The save will continue, but we are coming to the end of an era in more ways than one. But what better way to herald in the new era than with Champions League football and a shiny trophy to go with it as well. It is a final episode of sorts today. Like we said, the save will continue, but we're saying goodbye to a lot of things today. The first, it has been 3 years in the making, but we are saying goodbye to Edgeley Park. We're having our final home game later today. It's been home to Stockport County for 130 years now, so it's going to be sad to see it go. Obviously, we've expanded the capacity to 16,000, but we will be moving into the Jim Gannon Arena. That will be next month if the building work goes as scheduled. So it's going to be an emotional goodbye to Edgeley Park. It's been an absolute pleasure playing here since I've been at the club, but the club has moved on and we have got bigger and better since then. Like we said, we're challenging for Champions League football this year, so what better way to see in the new stadium than by welcoming Champions League teams to the ground. It's not the only era that has ended though. Charlie Patino, the club captain, he came to us a couple of weeks ago and said he sees his future elsewhere. We were discussing it earlier on in the season, saying it might be time for him to move on, and he also sees it that way. I did want to give him an opportunity to play at the new stadium at least one time, but he sees his future ending a little bit quicker, so we'll be looking to move him on come the transfer window. We've got a few games before them though, and he will be getting the final game at Edgeley Park, so the Stockport fans can see him off well. And then who knows what will happen with the FA Cup final. He may also see himself starting that one and hopefully leading us to glory in his final game for the club. We are still fourth in the league, and like we say, a good win in our first match at Edgeley Park could see us confirm that Champions League spot, so that's definitely the aim for today. It could have been done already. We did beat Southampton 2-0 in the next match following yesterday's episode. Lee Dilly with both of those goals. But Norwich are battling for Premier League survival down there in 18th place, and they managed a 3-2 win over us. Particularly devastating was the fact we got an equaliser in the 90th minute, and then our old boy Gregor Dempster, he was at the club for 3 years, made 56 appearances for us. He popped up in the 95th minute to get Norwich a vital win in what could be a huge season for them. We could do them a favour today as well. Like we say, if we beat Brentford and Norwich win their game, we'll be level on points, and goal differences very similar as well. So lots to play for, but we are looking up in the league. We're not looking at what's going on below us. We want to confirm this Champions League spot. Doing it in front of the home fans at Edgeley Park one last time, what a way it would be to stay off the old stadium. The Brazilian boys, Costa and Santos, are both missing for today's game, but we do have quality players to come in their positions. Jimenez begins in goal. Silva, Santos, Engel and Jones and the score are at the back. Patino and Silai are the defensive midfielders today, with Steenvoorden, Milinkovic, Pereira and Dilly providing the attacking threat for us today. We've got Francisco on the bench as well, Sintas there, Matashita's there. We've got players who can come on and influence the game should we need it. But it's the final time here at Edgeley Park. Patino obviously is going to get a big round of applause from these Stockport fans. He has found himself out of the team recently, just so we could give Dixon a little bit more game time. But he's going to get a nice little emotional send-off today, and hopefully he'll put in a good performance for us as well and make sure the Stockport fans have something big to cheer come the end of the game. Obviously we do know we've got to be wary. We thought the Norwich match would be a bit of a walkover, but proved to be anything but. So we've got to guard against complacency today and just make sure that we defend well, keep our concentration up, but also do the job down the other end. Maybe have an early penalty within the first 10 minutes. England probably was outside of the box or when the challenge came in. So it'll be interesting to see what does happen. And it is the free kick from the edge of the area. Last time this happened, we completely wasted an opportunity. But this time it looks to be something better. Captain Patino on his final appearance at home for the club. Could he provide something for us? He gets the ball to Milinkovic at the back post and he puts us 1-0 up. It was a great ball in for Patino. We wanted him to do something on his final home appearance for the club, and it didn't take him long to have an influence on the game at all. Milinkovic as well, carrying on his good recent run of form, and gives us the early advantage there. And like we can say, that puts us 6 points clear of Man U. They're actually playing Arsenal later on today, so it'll be a very, very tough game for them, and hopefully we can capitalise and make sure that we just keep on staying 6 points ahead of them. It's going to be a little bit tougher now, as we are going to have to take Steenvouden off. I'm going to say with no real wingers on there, but we do have Sintas who can come on. He is the last one, so we are down to the bare bones winger wise, but obviously we do know that we can switch it and have a little bit of a strayed formation going on a player if needs be. But Sintas can come on for the time being. He has looked a little bit more at home on the left hand side than he does on the right hand side as well. I think the combination of him and Pereira both playing on the natural side does actually work for us at times as well, so not averse to having Sintas out there on the left and Pereira on the right if we need to do it, and it proves time and time again that it can go well. Sintas getting an opportunity there but not able to find the back of the net at this time, and it's only 1-0. Although we are the team in the ascendancy, we need the security of that second goal. And we know Brentford will be fighting for their lives. They're not out of danger yet, so they really need to pick up points as well. So expect them to have a few chances in the game. But as long as we start putting away the chances that come our way, then it should be a comfortable day for us. Brentford starting off the second half by keeping the ball well, working it over halfway and out to the right hand side, but not really threatening as of yet. Quickly getting it up now. An opportunity in the box, but it goes wide of the post. And yeah, we don't really have anything to be concerned about. And now Brentford with the opportunity to get forward themselves. They do have a man off the pitch though who is currently injured. So down to 10 men at the moment. And they've got that little weasel Marcus Rashford playing on the left hand side for them. So we're not going to grant him any joy in this match. And yeah, if we could maybe snap him once or twice, I wouldn't be against that. We're breaking forward now though. Milinkovic has a chance to double his tally. We may have taken advantage of the fact that Brentford were down to 10 for a few moments, but we have gone 2-0 up now. Milinkovic grabs his second of the game, and I think with that we are going to take the score off just to save him a bit. He has a twisted knee and we have important games coming up, so want to make sure he stays alive for them. So Alvarez can come on. He had a great influence in the last match, which he did come on in. We'll leave it at that for now. Obviously we've got one more opportunity to make changes in the game, but don't want to take too many players off yet. Sintas on the ball on the left hand side. He tries to find Silai, but Brentford play cuts it out. But Silai wins it now, and Sintas really should be adding a third goal for us there. It was a great ball into him from Milinkovic, but it was such a tame effort, just dribbled into the arms of the keeper. Lee Dilly now is through, but clearly offside. It was a great ball from Patino otherwise, but Lee Dilly couldn't hold his run. One of the interesting things I have noticed is that Bournemouth have been relegated, and they do have that absolutely world-class striker who tore us a new one at the end of last season. And if we do manage to get that Champions League football, that could be a bit of a tasty signing for us, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye of that one. Could be a bit of a cut price deal as well with Bournemouth getting relegated, so definitely something to keep an eye out for us. We're getting ahead of ourselves though. We still got a bit of football to be played before that happens, and yeah, we're in a good position right now, that's for sure. With 20 minutes left of the game, Patino can come off, get a bit of a standing ovation from the Stockport fans. Would have kept him on a bit longer, but I think with the injuries we have had in the game, and this is the final opportunity to make changes, we're going to bring on some of the other players now as well. Milinkovic is coming off, Little Whittle is taking his place on the team, and Peter Arnott has come on for Silai as well. And the rest of the players should be able to make it through the rest of the game with no issues whatsoever. And looks like it should be a very comfortable day at the office for us. If we could say it out with no highlights whatsoever from now on, I would not be against that whatsoever. sometimes wishes come true, nothing has happened, and the game has just died out, and that should now be enough to assure us Champions League football for next year. I think it's not mathematically clear until Man U lose to Arsenal later on, but I'm very hopeful that is something that's going to happen. As you can see, we've got that 6-point gap over them at the moment. Chelsea can't really catch us anymore, though they could still finish level on points with us. Our goal difference is much better than theirs, though. So yeah, we're pretty much there. So we're going to keep an eye on what happens. We're playing Wolves next as well, so another opportunity to give Norwich a helping hand in staying up as well. And we're going to want them to stay up so we can take revenge on them next year for beating us last week. But a good result there, like we say, should be enough. We'll keep an eye on this Arsenal Man U score as well. Oh my Christ, that's not fun. Steenvoorden is going to be out for a good long while. That's not very nice for us at all. 3 to 4 months he's going to be missing now. So yeah, not the best bit of news that we've ever received. Lascore, he's going to be out for 4 to 5 days. He will be back for the Wolves game though. He's on the verge of breaking assists as well. He's needs to get one more to tie with, I think it's Charlie Patino, maybe Milinkovic from a previous season, but he's got a couple more games now to hopefully get himself a couple of assists. So we could see another record shattered. Elsewhere, we've just received £5 million from the PJ Kane deal, and there that puts us back into the positive balance. So nice to see that just coming up to the end of the season. Obviously we've got a couple more games to get through. We will have a look to see what the Arsenal Man U score is just before we skip ahead to get to that Wolves game. Confirmation there, we have at least qualified for the Europa League. We have seen Arsenal grab a very, very late winner as well to win their game 1-0. So gives us a huge advantage in that. The only team that could realistically catch us and overtake us now is Chelsea, but they've got 3 games to play. There's only 1 week left of the season, so we're going to hope tired legs sees them just ruin that. And yeah, we'll see in a week's time, hopefully with some good Champions League news. Scrap that, we're coming back pretty much straight away. Chelsea have already bottled it. They drew 1-1 with Leeds. So that has actually seen us secure a top 4 finish in the Premier League. We could... probably won't. We're probably going to finish 4th. It's a great season for us nonetheless, and we are going to actually be seeing our budget for next season now as well. So that's quite exciting. We're going to cross our fingers and hope that it's a nice bit of viewing for us. I kind of expected it to be better. Obviously the finances at the club aren't great. That was actually the same transfer budget that we had coming into it, so yeah, I haven't changed it whatsoever. So yeah, it's we've got something to work with at least. So yeah, it's turned into a bit of a dead rubber against Wolves, so we're not going to do too much coverage of the match. I'll show you the goals if there are any, but yeah, we're going out with the rotated team. Kitano gets his first start in the Premier League, as does Dixon, and I think maybe Francisco as well. But other than that, it's the second choice team, which we are used to. Fuda, Engelin, Raul and Alvarez at the back. Arne, Partner and Dixon. Whittle, St Asafoy also in there. We've got Gabriel on the bench as well, so potential Premier League debut for him today as well. But yeah, hopefully we can go out and get another good result and just keep up the momentum before that FA Cup final. Well, Wolves obviously battling for Premier League survival, and the battle started well for them. They've gone 1-0 up within 2 minutes of the game. It was just a near post corner, and yeah, the defence couldn't deal with it. So yeah, 1-0 down already. Yeah, Wolves have doubled the lead now. It's Garnacho with the goal. Poor defensive work from us yet again. Wolves just easily playing the ball through the team. Garnacho played a little 1-2, although it took it went to another player before the 2 came back to him. He scores a goal though. 2-0 Wolves. So yeah, we've warmed up for the FA Cup final by having 1 shot on target throughout the whole game. It was the only shot we had as well. So at least we're on target with it, but what an awful game for us to finish the season with. 2-0 to Wolves. They've secured Premier League survival. So, good for them. But like we say, it was a bit of a dead rubber. Would have been nice to put in a good performance, but the team was rotated. We've rested the first team players. Nothing happens to the league table because of that. We finish in 4th place. Chelsea just sneaking in behind us on the last game of the season as well. Norwich unfortunately have gone down despite beating us. They almost secured safety. They were winning the game, and unfortunately in the 78th minute Watford broke the hearts. So yeah, we'll be getting Champions League football. Norwich unfortunately getting Championship football along with Bournemouth. And like we say, the striker that they have, he's only going to cost £20 million as well. So yeah, that's exciting, and that will be coming up in next tomorrow's episode maybe. But we've got big things before that. Obviously, it's the FA Cup final. We are going to be playing Arsenal in that, so this will probably be the team that we're going out with unless there is any injuries. So we'll get them ready for the game, and yeah, hopefully one last bit of success for the season. We'll get our hands on a trophy and we'll see the players lift it. We're going to be welcome back to Wembley. That's in 6 days time. Hope you've got your ticket and hope we'll see you there. Thankfully we didn't pick up any injuries during the week, so we are going out with the full strength team. Jimenez in goal, Silva, Santos, Jones in the score at the back. Matashita does get the start today alongside Silai. We do have Patino on the bench floor, ready to make a farewell appearance if the situation arises, or if we feel as if we need him. But there's no room for setting him in today, so that is why he does begin on the bench. Pereira, Milinkovic and Costa with Lee Dilly up top. Was tempted to bring Owen Foy in, and I think we're actually going to give way to that temptation. Obviously he's had a really good FA Cup run for us, so he does get the opportunity to go out there today, and we are actually going to put Caetano in goal as well. Obviously he's been the keeper for the cup run so far, and we're keeping faith with him in the final as well. But other than that, it is the first team, and we are wanting them to go out and at the very least put in a spirited performance and be a competitor through the match. But we really, really do want the win as well. So we're going to head out for Wembley for the second time in a matter of weeks, and yeah, looking for a similar outcome this time as well. It's a packed Wembley Stadium today, and it's a very, very exciting time. Obviously it's going to be nervy 90 minutes minimum for us, but we need to avenge a bit of the heartache that we suffered here last year. Obviously when we lost to Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final, it wasn't fun, and we don't want to be on the same end of a result like that this time. So the players know that they don't want to feel that. We know that we can go out and beat the likes of Arsenal and anyone on our day. Our day hasn't started great though. Caetano hasn't been able to come across and make a save. Arsenal have hit the back of the net. There's going to be a VAR review, but the goal has been awarded and Arsenal have gone 1-0 up within 15 minutes. So it's not the best result. It's not the best start to the game for us. Caetano maybe should have been getting across his goal quicker today with that one. So yeah, not the best start for the young man either, but he has been in decent form throughout his FA Cup appearances for us. Confident he can dust himself off, put that behind him. And yeah, we just need to give a little bit of a shout to the players. I think wake them up a bit. We haven't started this game off with the intensity that we used to, and we need to definitely up that in the remaining bits of the first half if we want to get back into the game. It's Arsenal keeping possession now though. They seem to just be playing it round slowly, trying to work a little bit of space before they drive forward down the right hand side. Saka looks for Havertz. Havertz can't quite keep the ball. The score picks it up, and it's the first time we've seen ourselves on the ball. And Caetano, what the hell has he just done? You fucking buffoon, man. I don't know what he's thinking here. Jones plays it back to him. He dilly-dallies on it. This is bad enough. But when he just collapses on the floor in a heap, I don't understand what he thinks he's doing. Oh my word, what an absolute fool. I don't have a keeper on the bench either. Oh no, he's going to have to stay on. That might be a slight lapse in judgment before a big game for us. Maybe the pressure shown for the young man. And yeah, we'll take him at half time. We'll give him a bit of encouragement of sorts by throwing a water ball. It's going to go in his direction. And yeah, we're going to hope that we can up the ante in the second half. They've actually been fired up by that. It's the first time I've actually seen players react so well to it. A couple of them obviously not reacting great, but the majority of the team understand that it was absolutely dreadful first half from us, and we need to go out in the second half and prove something that we aren't crap like we showed in the first half. We'll watch this highlight. It is a highlight, but then we are going to make changes in the final third. Jones now with the ball. He gets it to Matsushita. He tries to play it down the line to Costa. It's a really poor ball, though. Allows Saliba to pick the ball up, and Arsenal may be able to break now themselves. Martinelli going down the left hand side. He's trying to get past Silva Santos, and he just about manages to wriggle away from him. He gets it into the middle of the park. He wriggles past Silva Santos when he didn't have the ball, gets an effort away, and Silva Santos should count himself lucky that we haven't conceded another one. Leonardo Costa not having a great game at all. Sintas can come on in his position. Arnott can come on in place of Silla, who has picked up a knock, and Gabriel Pereira's having an absolutely shocking game. So I think we're going to bring on Little Whittle. We'll move him into the attacking midfielder position, and Milinkovic can do this shadow striker role, which he has performed in very well for us. We're going to go very attacking as well. It's the FA Cup final. We've got nothing to lose. It's a one-off game, and we need to do something drastic to get back into it. So why not go all out? Well, got an attack on the right-hand side. Silva Santos trying to find Milinkovic in the box. It's cut out by the Arsenal man, but cleared as far as Jones. The score now. Whacks the bar from the edge of the area. It's the closest we've come to a goal in this match. It's not close enough though, and Arsenal still with that 2-goal lead. We're going to demand more. We are going to make a couple more changes. Owen Foy hasn't continued the magic which he has showed. Milinkovic is also having an awful game, so we're going to see Francisco come on. Whittle can move into the shadow striker position. Francisco is going to the attacking midfield position. Lee Dilly is up top as well. We're very attacking, and we need to get ourselves back into the game. We are having lots of chances, but none of them are working. The Arsenal goalkeeper, and it's extremely poor from us. The score, hopefully he can win his header. He can't win his header, and Arsenal breaking forward now. If we can get a goal from this situation, it's extremely unlikely, but if we can, who knows what could happen in the time that remains. Arsenal will crack the bar. We get it away though. There's 4 minutes left. We're not going to do it, and we've a terrible first half performance from us. An extremely poor lapse in concentration from the keeper as well, and it's another heartbreaking final from us. Maybe regretting the decision to play Caetano in goal today. He's performed admirably throughout the rest of the competition. I think the pressure maybe just got to him a little bit today, especially for that second goal. That was just not fun at all. Arsenal are the victors, and yeah, it's another opportunity to grab a trophy which we have missed out on. So ultimately disappointing end of the season, but overall what a season it has been for us. We're qualifying for Champions League football next year. That's the real prize which we do have. It would have been nice to get that FA Cup trophy, but that's really what we wanted this season. We've got Champions League for next year. We're seeing in the new stadium with Champions League football. So we definitely need to do bits and bobs of improving to the squad. Like we say, especially after looking at the last match, we need a striker to come in and improve that situation up top. So that'll be high on the agenda for tomorrow's episode. But yeah, we're going to take a little bit of time just to digest that disappointment which we have just had to sit through. But we will be getting to work, like we say. It's a big season for us next year. We'll be assembling a team tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be back for that. If you have enjoyed that, please make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel for regular Football Manager content as well. Thank you very much for watching that. Bye bye.